Hello library Talainers. I'm back on Wenlock Edge this week and bringing you to one of my favourite places where I like to walk, just down this pathway from the Priesthope car park to see these yew trees. These yew trees along the path have become like old friends to me. They make such beautiful shapes and arching patterns over the path that every time I come, and that's quite a lot, I can't help but take pictures of them. I just love this sculptural arching of the branches as they go and form this covered walkway down the path. What's so wonderful about these trees as well is that they're on this steep bank, and because it's, you know, on such a slope, the roots have had to fan out and hold on in all kinds of enterprising ways. And I really love the patterns of the roots below the trees. They remind me of the folds and pleats of a skirt, and sometimes when I'm looking at them from certain angles I see faces and I see little creatures and imps within the roots themselves, which you'll see a little bit better on this next tree further down. Yew trees have been revered for a long time. They're one of the oldest trees in Britain. Some of them are over 2,000 years old. So they're associated with age, longevity, wisdom, but also they have this property for creating new life and transformation. Where the yew tree branches touch the ground, they can sprout forth new trees. So they're also about birth and regeneration. And the other thing that I really love about them is this quality of the wood. You know, the yew tree wood is so strong. It's got a heartwood and it's got an outer wood. It's got two different properties. They're incredibly resilient and strong, but they're also flexible and they can bend and without snapping. And so it's for that reason that in the olden days they were used by archers to make bows, because the wood was so strong and able to cope with that incredible tension that you needed to get on a longbow. You often find yew trees in churchyards. You know, they're trees that have been grown or planted or revered long before, you know, a Christianity came along, and they're often, you know, in churchyards which are on mounds, which are on older sacred sites, and that's something that really interests me, that ancient history and what they meant to people before. And I'm bringing you down to the lower one now on the bottom, which has just the most incredible roots. And I don't know whether you can see the little eyes there on that little part, which always reminds me of E.T. And they're just so sinewy, these roots. You know, they just make me want to come in and touch the wood and stroke the wood, and you can see all these little hidey holes and crevices where creatures live within the patterns. These patterns on this roots have formed quite a lot of inspiration for artwork, whether that's been felting, painting, printing, drawing for me. And I also wrote about these particular trees on this stretch of path on Wenlock Edge, which I'll post below this video as well. There's lots of other trees on Wenlock Edge which are also incredible, but today for me it's all about these yew trees. Resilient, ancient, beautiful, sculptural, strong. And I'm just going to leave you with the image of this one here, and then you can read a little bit more about it in the blog below.